So I got this week. Let me find the right podcast that I got talk shit about. Donnell Rawlings, straight up threw my name out there, unsolicited though. Let me see. It was. I'm gonna give the right podcast. Let me see. It was some Hoffa. Math Hoffa. So I'm gonna give him some shine. It was. I mean, I've seen this guy's podcast. I've seen clips of it over time, and it's good. It's like a barbershop setting. I think it's in New York, but it's dope. It's dope. But they had Donnell Rawlings on there, and unsolicited. Let me give you the episode that Donnell threw my name out there talking shit about me. Oh, it's just a clip. I haven't seen the whole episode, but anyway, just look up Donnell Rawlings and look up Math Hoffa. So the YouTube is Math Hoffa TV. So look that up. MATHHOFFA TV. Look that up. Watch some of the clips from Donnell. And Donnell basically was like, he's sick of going on the Breakfast Club. The worst thing you could say to a comedian is, "You're not funny." And then he was like, I'm sick of them comparing me to people. He goes like Michael Blackson, Gary Owen, and he was like, I would be shitting on them. Nothing against them. He goes, nothing against them. They're my peers and stuff. But he goes, but I would basically, he will blow us out the water and he would shit on us. And I just thought, damn, dude, how did I catch a stray? I've never said a bad word about Donell. The thing about stand-up, we all better feel like we're the funniest out there, because you can't go on that stage timid. You might be following fire. We all know who the beasts are in this business, but we all feel that way. We all feel like we're the funniest, and we better. But it doesn't mean you got to shit on people. And I was like, how did I catch the stray? I've been nothing but cool with Donnell, I thought. And the fact that he just threw my name out there like I would shit on him. I was like, whoa. Because this is the truth. I don't know Donnell that well. Every time we've run into each other over the last 20 years, the conversations have been brief. He's never extended anything to me, like ever tried to have a long conversation with me. And I always thought maybe our energies just don't match. But it seems like whenever I see Donnell, I'm the one approaching him. But I think I'm a friendly dude. And I'm in at this stage of my life, I'm in such a good place right now. I like the house I'm living in. I like coming home every week. I like the city I'm living in. Ticket sales have never been better. Like this year and last year, and this year's even starting off even better. I'm just in a good place. So if my name comes up in a conversation, whether you shitting on me or not, I welcome it, because it just keep my name out there. But it was so brief. And it didn't get any traction because, when people talk shit about you, man, everybody sends it to you. Everybody named mama will post it. There's one thing about Twitter. People say Twitter ain't what it used to be. That's where you find out information is Twitter. More than Instagram, more than TikTok. I'm talking about when people talk smack about you. Your name pops up. And I said it on T-Pain's podcast a couple years ago. I go, we search our name. Everybody does. Stop lying. You bored in your hotel room. You're at the airport. You get on Twitter. You might be like, let me see if my name popped up on anything. And you'll type in Gary Owen. I got to type in two names because people think I have an S on my name. So I got to type in Gary Owen, Gary Owens, and I just read it. I don't take none of it personal. A lot of times I'll repost stuff. I always say Owen, no S. I'm just kidding around. But somebody, I'm not lying, it was no less than 10 people sent me the Donell clip of him saying, I'm sick of the Breakfast Club comparing me to basically Michael Blackson, Gary Owen. He goes, they're my contemporaries, they're my peers, but basically I'm not on his level, is what he said. And this is what I have to say about Donnell. And this ain't bad or good, it just is what it is. These are facts. I do a New Year's Eve show every year in Dallas. This year was my 8th year. And me and my business partners, we sit down every year and we go over who's available, who we want to bring, who we think will help the show. And I always pay. We pay well. Nobody could ever say my New Year's Eve show, and now it's December 30th and 31st in Dallas. Nobody can ever say I tried to lowball them or I tried to give them less money than what they thought they was worth. In fact, we overpay a lot of times because we want to lock comics in early. And honestly, it gives me a little satisfaction knowing I can put money into what I consider my contemporaries' pockets. So I've had Deon Cole, I've had Cedric, I've had Mike Epps, I've had DC Young fly numerous times, I've had Ryan Davis, Desi Banks, Lunell, Country Wayne. Like we've had, if you ain't been on my show, it's just because you've been booked, but we try to get everybody. Michael Blackson, considering. So with that being said, ask any of them. Ask the big dogs. Ask Cedric. Ask Country Wayne. Ask Mike Epps. Ask DC. I've never underpaid. Ask Earthquake. Ask Lavelle. I think all of them will say my New Year's Eve show, we run it smooth. We are there for the comics. We're not trying to because me being a comic and me putting this show together, I want to make sure everybody leaves there like, all right, I could work with Gary on any project. So this year, we had a falling out. We had Faison booked. Faison came back and said he couldn't do it. So we were like, okay, we got to find somebody for my New Year's Eve show. And we already had Country Wayne on it and Lunell and some other people. We had, I don't know if Donnell was the 30th or 31st. I can't remember. We had Country Wayne on the 31st. We had Deon Cole on the 30th. That's what it was this year, right? So Donnell, we hired him last minute to do my New Year's Eve show. And so he wasn't booked. And he wasn't booked at all. And New Year's Eve show was a big day to get booked. And he wasn't booked. So I think what rubbed me the wrong way was him bringing my name up after I just put money in your pocket on a night you wasn't working. And I was like, and then you throw my name out there and shit on me? I'm like, so you worked for me like 2 months ago. You got paid. You was taken care of. I didn't. So why would you take that moment to shit on me? A man to put money in your pocket. You took that moment. Like, why did it even come up? That says more about where you're at mentally. And the thing about it was, this whole podcast, all he did was talk about how he doesn't like shitting on people. He doesn't like the comedian beefs like that. And then he just out of left field ignited one. I was like, it's one thing if you're kidding around. Like when I dressed as Tekashi 6ix9ine on the Breakfast Club and I started going, I went in on Michael Blackson, I went in on Faze, on all these people. It was clearly I was kidding about everything. So he was dead serious. And I was like, interesting. So that tells me what he really felt about me. He feels like, I guess, he's almost offended that they would bring my name up compared to him. And I'm just going, where's that come from? You just went on this podcast saying you don't like it. And I'm like, and I'll put it this way. I can let the people decide. Donell just had a special that came out on Netflix. Thanks to Dave Chappelle. Donell said he could have did it on his own. I don't know if that's true or not, but he decided to go with Dave, and Dave produced it. And his special's on Netflix right now. My last special is called Black Famous, is on Amazon Prime. So you guys can watch mine and watch his, and then tell me. You, and if the majority says his is funnier than mine, I'll fall all the way back. But let me know. Let me know. So my special on Amazon Prime, we're going to put the graphic up, is called Black Famous. It's on there. Donnell just had his special on Netflix come out. And you know what? I'll pump it. I am not insecure in the least. Let's see, Donnell. What was your special called? Because like I said, I don't really watch a lot of stand-up. His is called A New Day. Donnell Rawlings, A New Day. So go ahead and watch his, watch mine, and then tell me. Go to Twitter, go to Instagram, go to TikTok, go to whatever, and then tell me. We don't have to. I don't have to get in back and forth. You got a special that came out. My special came out last year. We'll let people decide who they think is quote unquote funniest. Or if it's 50-50, then that tells me, why are you offended that my name comes up? And why do you feel like you would shit on me? Like, come on, man. We all know who's funny, who's not in this business, who's a hack, who's not. But I think it's just like when somebody puts money in your pocket and you shit on them, I'm like, and Donell, even at the show, man, he asked. We didn't say that, but we were going to do a curtain call. And Donnell was like, I ain't got to do shit. Like, I ain't got to do no curtain call. It's interesting to me because, and he didn't. He dipped when he got off. He's not obligated. We paid him to tell jokes. That's it. But we did the curtain call with everybody else and not him. But he does it every night with Dave. Whenever Dave's got a show, Donnell sticks around and he does a curtain call. So I guess he feels like we are beneath him. How dare we ask him to do a curtain call? So that says a lot. So I don't know.